this is Natalie, and we're about a week into our experiment to repigment my skin with the sun. And I know it works, but it's just a matter of redoing it so I can show you guys the results. Now, I've been doing it for 15 minutes each day, and frankly, I don't think that's been enough because I don't notice any real changes. But there's some pinking, but I don't really see any brown spots, and I feel like last time I did it, maybe I did stay out longer than 15 minutes a day, because once I start laying out, then you just kind of chill. So I probably stayed out longer. So I'm going to do 30 minutes now, 30 minutes or an hour, and then I'm going to not put anything on my skin. So not that I'm recommending to people to not use SPF, but I'm just saying for the sake of the experiment that I'm doing, I'm not going to put any on. That doesn't mean I don't wear it for the rest of the time. It just means that at this time, while I'm laying it for 30 minutes. Well, and you may notice that I'm in a different location today. This is my favorite cafe that I like to come to each morning and have an espresso. So I thought I'd come here on a Sunday morning early and enjoy a little coffee before it gets too crowded. And I can't record because I'd look kind of crazy just sitting here talking to my computer in front of people. So I was going to answer a couple questions from some emails that I got, or maybe read comments. It's not really so much questions. The first one we got yesterday was from a young lady named Melissa, and she said, I just found out yesterday that I have vitiligo. I'm 17, but I've had this since I was about 9. We never knew what it was. I had never seen anyone with it before and never even knew that such a thing as vitiligo existed. Part of me is glad I finally know, but also it scares me. And I kind of wish I didn't know what I had so I could just keep living with hope that I could take a pill or have a shot one day and it will go away. I have a large patch just beneath my knee, and I've noticed a few new small patches. It's discouraging. But reading these stories and seeing I'm not the only one kind of helps me, because I know that other people know how I feel and I'm not alone. That's exactly why I made this site. Her comment was on the one of the vitiligo stories from vitiligocover.com website. And I'm really glad that posting those stories makes you feel better. It was super that some of the people that wrote in and gave us their stories, because it's an intimate thing to share, and a lot of people are maybe a little apprehensive to share their stories. But look what it does. You touch people from all over the world and make them feel better when you share your story about what vitiligo means in your life. And it can be something that's negative. It could be positive things. I get quite a few emails from people that say that not that vitiligo has made a positive impact on their life, but that they don't have a change in their life because of vitiligo. And so those are inspiring stories as well. And so if you have a story that you'd like to share and pass it along to help other people, then just email me at vitiligocover.com, and or you can go to the vitiligocover.com website actually, and go to the stories page, and then there's a submit button there, so you can go and put it there. All right, one more. Let's see. This one's from Lorena. I got it a couple days ago. I'm an avid watcher and reader of your posts. I watch the videos, of course. I've had vitiligo for almost 30 years and know that mine is autoimmune related. As time has passed and the condition progressed, it's clear that it's related to thyroid function. Okay, well, my thyroid was bad too, but now my thyroid corrected itself, but I still have vitiligo. That might have been something that was the catalyst for it to start, but I don't really, and not everybody has a thyroid disorder who has vitiligo, so God, we can't really say that's going to be an automatic that you're going to have a thyroid problem if you have vitiligo, but it is certainly a correlation between, well, not correlation I guess, but that there are a lot of people that have vitiligo that also have thyroid disorder. but that doesn't mean you're going to get a thyroid disorder if you have vitiligo, so don't worry about that. As time had passed and the condition progressed, it's clear that, it's related to thyroid function. I've changed my diet and now eat a paleo diet. It's working very well to stop general inflammation, and repigmenting has immediately started. I also take enzymes to aid in digesting. HCl is best. But you know what, upon rereading this now, because I read this yesterday when I decided to put it on this video, I didn't make this mental note, but you know, when she said that she started to repigment immediately and that she's taking enzymes to aid in digesting, well, that just takes me to, I wonder if it's not so much the paleo diet as it is the enzymes. I'm assuming, I don't know what HCl is, but acidophilus is, if that may be what she's talking about. So I'm going to have to look that up and see. But if it is acidophilus, that does stimulate the flora in your intestines. And because everybody's flora is different. And sometimes people have thought that there is a correlation between the intestines and how our gut allows the nutrients and vitamins to seep through the lining and go to our bloodstream. So if that doesn't work properly, then you're not going to get the proper nutrients, which is why sometimes you may be low in certain vitamins or folic acid and stuff. Vitamin B is one of those that goes, it has to go through the lining of the gut to your bloodstream, and then that's how we get the nutrients. So like if you take the vitamin but you still have problems with your intestines, then it may not really help. But when you get an injection with a shot, or if you take the sublingual, which goes underneath your tongue, then you have better response from it. So to me, I wonder if you take acidophilus, if that would help. If your vitiligo is spurned by not something working properly in your gut, then maybe that will help it. You never know. Okay, so she continues. You may know these things or have tried them, but since you create a lovely intimacy in your videos, which makes you feel like a friend, I am your friend. I'm sure most of your followers would say this. I thought to share this with you. Repigmenting is happening with sun exposure and UVB lamp, though not on the same day. But really it's happening very quickly. Maybe you should introduce some other elements to your own experiments to see if they have an effect. Cheers, Lorena. Yeah, there's so many things that you're saying in here that could possibly be stimulating the repigmentation. I know you're talking about the paleo diet being what you think stimulated this, but you know what? I'm just wondering if it's all maybe it could be everything together. Now, I did write to Lorena and ask for her to tell us about what her version of the paleo diet is, because that sounds a little interesting. And but I'm seeing that she's working on her digestive system, and then also doing sun exposure and UV lamp exposure. So we know that all those work, don't we? And so everything in conjunction is really going to help the pigmentation.